I've had this thing probably for a couple of months now, and I've had this specialist diamond encrusted drum. I bought a couple of them via Amazon, also for a couple of weeks. I thought I was going to be on this a lot sooner, but of course then the scooter got in the way. The scooter itself, not a problem, but me fiddling with it and playing with it is a problem. So I've just undone this nut. It's got a slightly different fastening mechanism. It's actually a bolt. Weird little shape thing. Take this one off. Comes with a pair of locks. Right, it'll be interesting. I see some wear on the inside there as well, which isn't a good thing. Let's see if we put these guys in here. Or maybe we just put the whole thing on and then lock it in place with these little keys. They're a little bit like a pair of woodruff keys. So there you go, in. Tighten up. The one I took off is slightly softer, but I'm hoping that this will remove the paint on this side, and on the other side the residue. Right, seems right. Quite interesting, it comes with quite a short cord, where some of my grinders have really long cords. Let's see. Feels a bit out of balance, but that's alright. Worry about that in a bit. Right. Let's see if I can operate this thing without destroying it. Take a look. Make sure my camera is focused. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Touch that, which is a good start. There is warping in this panel altogether. There's dents. It's obviously off a working truck, so there is damage. This seems to run really easy on its own weight. I'm not pushing down or anything. So it should be good. Fingers crossed. Let's carry on. Turn it over so you can see the thing. This barrel has only done one side of this bed, and actually it's pretty tatty already. Doesn't like going into corners. It obviously eats it up, so all the corners that I'm supposed to do on this side will be a problem. However, at £24 per barrel, it's not cheap, but I'm not sure which way is the easiest or cheapest really to do unless somebody else pays for it. So I'll carry on. The next job will be to lay this down and start on this side and clean it, but in the meantime I'm going to stop, go and have a coffee and maybe a sandwich or something. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, so it's kind of lunchtime, I guess. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. That's bare metal without the DA sander. Obviously my welding will get a very, very thin skim of filler. Down this way you can see there's dents and marks, which I'll get on with the hammer and dolly first. And over here it seems like there was a hole that's been repaired somewhere in the past. But yeah, I think as things go, back to bare metaling, get both sides done, run the DA over it, and then start with filler and sanding and filler and sanding and more sanding, up to the point where obviously there will be primer as well in between, a couple of coats. And then hopefully I can put that one aside and start on the next one. There's one other job I just realized that I still need to do, and that is down on this corner. You will see that's torn, so I just need to tack weld that, maybe put a little bit of strengthening in. I think the other side is alright. The rest of the holes, oh no, the other side is worse. So again, I'll just tack in a bit of metal there and drill a new hole and fix that. This one can probably do with a bit of strapping as well. They're all pretty tatty, but I think functionally they will work for when the time comes to reassemble. So that's the next job after lunch. Let's do this half. We'll get back to it. guess this is now where I'm going to start putting primer on. This has been prepped in about 3 different ways, including the DA yesterday afternoon. I've panel wiped everything. I've got primer. Hopefully that is enough of it to start off with, just to cover this properly, and then I'll start doing the filler work over the repairs, etc. But here we go. I'm going to not reuse, I'm going to finish up using all of that. It was 500 milliliters of high build primer. Basically I was trying to get rid of the last bit of the hardener because it had already started going hard in the tin. And the high build primer, considering the fact that there is damage, isn't going to do any bad. It's just more filler really on top of itself. And I've just lifted it up so that where I'd filled all those holes where the press studs were riveted into the top of the bed side, all those welds, I've already sanded them back, smoothed them back, done the DA over them and the drum sander. So they are almost non-existent, but of course you can always see a bit of a pattern, so adding a bit of extra of the primer onto the top edge that I've just lifted to now should make a difference as well. What's that, 11 minutes it's taken so far. Obviously I'm just going to use up the rest of the paint, so that should be good.